Today is Wednesday, June 20th, and I'm your host, Paula Hersey. On today's show, we drive out to the Hyannis Municipal Golf Course and then switch clubs and do a deep dive into comprehensive economic development strategy with the Cape Cod Commission. First, a look at today's weather. A picture-perfect summer day. Mostly sunny with a high near 75. Southwest winds 5 to 14 miles an hour. Let's start with some news you can use. Barnstable Town Manager Mark Ells has adopted a special event on town property guidebook containing procedures to assist with navigating through the permitting process. In addition, beer and wine is now permissible for special events through an enhanced permit application for the Hyannis Village Green, Hyannis Harbor Overlook, and the High Arts Campus buildings. Whether a small family gathering or a large production, our team here at Barnstable is committed to working with our resident and visitor event organizers to ensure a streamlined process providing a positive experience from start to finish. To obtain your copy of the guidebook, please visit our website at www.townofbarnstable.us/townmanager. Director of Golf, Bruce McIntyre, addresses course conditions at both municipal golf course and chips in with some great youth memberships and programs for young golfers. It's beautiful weather for golf. I'm here with Bruce McIntyre, superintendent of the Hyannis and Old Barnstable golf courses. Bruce, finally.
Finally. Yes.
Finally.
We knew it was going to happen sooner or later, just a little late this year.
Just a little late, but it looks like you guys are making up ground as fast as the sunny days are coming.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing what a little weather will do. It's no different than the beaches and anything else, but on these nice sunny days, they come pouring out. Yeah,
right.
Been extremely busy.
Great.
Yep.
So, talking about busy, and the summer's really starting to hit here. You know, there's a lot of parents out there. What do you do with kids in the summertime?
Oh,
College
boy.
kids are coming home. High school kids don't want to leave them too alone over the summer. You've got, you know, the younger kids that they need some activity.
Absolutely.
What does Barnstable Golf offer the youth?
Well, an awful lot, actually. For those who don't know, we are one of 5 sanctioned First Tee chapters in the state of Massachusetts. We are the largest chapter in the state of Massachusetts, and the First Tee offers classes from children from 7 to 17. Our spring after-school program is ending next week, and right after the 4th of July, we'll be starting our summer program. If you go to massgolf.com, I believe there's still time to register, but the First Tee program runs for 9 weeks. It's offered professional training and lessons from professionals, as well as life goals and what do we call it, the 9 core values. So we incorporate core values with the game of golf. Last year we had over 500 kids in the summer. So you got the First Tee program. We've got junior clinics almost every day during the week for boys and girls. What's really neat is this past year we changed our junior student membership program to, if you're 17 or under as a junior, for $130, your child can get a membership to play at both golf courses. So for $130, if you're looking for something to do with the kids this summer, yes, they need to know their way around the course, and that's where going through the First Tee and some of the clinics that we offer, get them to that age point. On top of that, with the high school kids and college kids, 17 and older through college up to 22, $260, they can play either course. I think a lot of people can do the math on what a week of summer camp is, or volleyball camp, or sailing, or whatever. It's a great deal. The place is loaded with kids. This is the time to do it. It's definitely not too late. Your annual pass is good until next April 1st. So plenty to do. There's a New England PGA Junior League tournament that'll be held here, as well as a Cape Cod Junior League tournament. So as far as kids are concerned, every morning this putting green behind us is going to be loaded with kids. So we do an awful lot.
Okay, so I just want to touch upon this, kids. As a child, I was forced to play golf. But as I grew up to be an adult, that activity had instilled a lot of different things in me, not just sportsmanship, but all sorts of different types of etiquette. So can you touch upon what a child learns on the golf course?
Well, you know, when we push the core values through the First Tee, it's honesty, it's integrity, it's judgment. It's interactions and how to deal with people. It's getting along with a number of different people in different age groups. And let's face it, the game of golf is a difficult game. There's a lot of rules. The ideas of competition, friendly competition. Honesty is huge. If you cheat at the game of golf, the old saying is you probably cheated anything. So there's an awful lot of that's instilled with the kids along the way. Matter of fact, through the first tee, every week of the program, week 1 through week 9, there's a different core value that's incorporated into that particular week's class. So they work on that the entire time as well as play golf. So, you know, the motto for the first tee is building character one stroke at a time. And that's truly what it is. So hopefully the kids are learning the game of golf, they're learning about fun, but they're also learning about life, and they're learning about interaction and some of the things that we want them to emulate as adults when they grow up.
That's fantastic. So I'm looking out at the course today, Bruce.
Yeah.
This is absolutely
Isn't it?
stunningly beautiful.
Yeah,
You guys recovered quite nicely. Both
no
courses,
doubt.
I was at Old Barnstable
Yeah.
last night. Both
Yeah.
courses are looking just
The
fantastic.
horses are in fantastic shape. You know, Mother Nature does help out, but we got a great staff. The guys know what they're doing. We've got great programs in place. I'll put our 2 golf courses up against any municipal course on the Cape, and you know, quite frankly, our putting surfaces at the 2 courses are as good as you'll find around. So. You know, Chris White, who's our director of maintenance, and his staff, these guys, they're working around the clock 7 days a week. You'll find them here at 4:30 in the morning, and they're sometimes here 4:30 at night. There's always something going on from a maintenance standpoint out here. Middle of the night, it could be watering. You know, so it's a 24/7 from sometime in April till sometime in October, but we rise to the challenge, and you know, I think you take a look out there, and I like what I see. We get a lot of positive comments. People seem to be very happy. Our annual pass numbers are consistent and always growing, and that's part of the reason why.
Right, 2 courses for 1.
It's a great deal. It's in, like I said, 2 different courses, but at the same time, both in great shape.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave it with this. What advice do you have people for a busy weekend and tee times?
Boy, I'll tell you, as far as busy weekends are concerned, tee times, you've got to get your tee times in advance, get them soon. In many cases, our weekends are sold out. However, you know, we do offer a resident discount going into the summer. On Monday through Thursdays, it's $35 here, $45 at Old Barnstable. And on the weekends, it's $45 and $55. That might sound like a lot, but that's almost a 50% discount of what we would charge the public, general public. The other thing is twilight golf and 9-hole golf in the mornings. If you're not going to get that 18-hole tee time after 4 o'clock for twilight, $35 for all the golf you can play at either golf course. So that's a really good deal, especially in the afternoons. You come off the beach, you're looking for something to do, or first thing in the morning before the beach. If somebody wants to go out and play a quick 9, both golf courses have early back 9 play. Again, for $30, $35, you can play around. So a lot of different fees, a lot of different options. If you want to play on the weekends, you better call up and get those tee times. They go fast.
Excellent. Thanks, Bruce.
You're very welcome.
In partnership with many other organizations, the Cape Cod Commission prepares the Comprehensive Economic Development Strategy, the CEDS, for Cape Cod, a 5-year strategic plan. The CEDS is built on the economic development goals of the Regional Policy Plan and identifies regional priority projects that will move the region's economy towards a sustainable future. We learn more with Leslie Richardson, Chief Economic Development Officer at the Cape Cod Commission. With me today, Leslie Richardson, Chief Economic Development Officer for the Cape Cod Commission. The Cape Cod Commission has released the annual report for the CEDS, the Comprehensive Economic Development Strategy. There's all sorts of acronyms at the Commission,
There
isn't
are
there?
way too many acronyms at the Commission, and this is just one of many.
This is just one of them. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let's do a little primer for our residents about what the CEDS is. We'll use the acronym since we just said it, and kind of what's in the annual report and why it's so important to towns for the Commission to be a part of SEDS in the federal sense.
Yes. Okay. So the SEDS is a framework that is provided by the U.S. Economic Development Administration to help regions plan for economic development, to identify what their challenges are, what their opportunities are, and to really identify key programs and initiatives and some capital projects as well that are really essential to moving their economy forward. So we do it just because it's an important planning process, and we engage with all the other regional entities on Cape Cod that are concerned with economic development, from the Workforce Investment Board to the Chamber of Commerce, and on and on and on. We had over 100 plus organizations contributing to the 2009 SEDS, and this is sort of a continuation of that SEDS. It's the last, it's the fourth year of the 2014 SEDS, so it's a 5-year plan.
Yep.
And what it does for the region and for towns is, one, give us a roadmap of where we want to go and what we want to achieve, but also makes us eligible to receive federal funds from the U.S. Economic Development Administration.
So when we talk about federal funds, I don't think a lot of our residents understand, you know, they're like, oh, well, you could just get federal money, but we're 15 separate towns, and our towns are small, so when we go for federal money, we're sometimes not designated to get those funds because we are so far. So the commission and the county kind of help that along, where we band together? Yes. Is that how that works?
Yeah, so the other thing that the Commission has done, in addition to doing the SEDS, is we've received a designation from EDA as an Economic Development District, which means that every town on the Cape is eligible for EDA funds where they wouldn't otherwise be, because you do have to show that there's some need, that there are residents that are either having trouble finding employment or are living on lower incomes than